Let's talk about back to school. Whether or not students wear masks this fall continues to be a subject people are talking about. 2 school districts have updated their policies this week. The Wayzata School Board approved mitigation strategies that includes masks for everyone, students and staff in pre-K through 8th grade schools. Face coverings are also required in high school buildings. However, students are not required to wear a mask outside for recess and after-school sports or in PE classes. However, all students are required to wear masks on school buses by federal law. Wayzata students go back to school on Wednesday, September 8th. The Anoka-Hennepin School Board changed their policy in a similar way this week. They will require universal indoor masking for everyone in buildings or classrooms that house kindergarten through 6th grade students if COVID numbers are deemed high, which is defined as 15 cases per 10,000 as reported by the Minnesota Department of Health. They will not require masks, but rather recommend them for students in grades 7 through 12. Masks are not required outdoors, but whether they are required in sports will be left up to the state high school league. Masks are required on school buses. Anoka-Hennepin students go back to school on Tuesday, September 7th. Osseo schools will require everyone to wear a mask when they start back to school on Wednesday, September 8th.
I cannot in good conscience take the risk of being in a place 3 months from now, experiencing high case rates in our district, wishing we would have put a mask requirement in, knowing that we could have done something to help mitigate that situation.
In the Robbinsdale district, masks will also be required. The superintendent said in a letter to parents that it's not only the safest way to start school, it's also the least disruptive. Students at North Hennepin Community College went back to school this week, and staff are happy to have students back on campus. The college has also shifted 65% of classes online. We talked about that shift and COVID changes on the campus with North Hennepin President Dr. Rolando Garcia for Newsmakers. What does the start of the school year look like?
It's a little bit different than what you would think traditionally, but it is better than where we were last fall. Last fall we were predominantly remote. This particular fall we have about 25% of our sections back on the campus. There's certainly more student life on the campus, and so there's an energy and a hope that that we are feeling now that was not here last year.
What COVID precautions do you guys have in place on campus?
So we have mask mandates on the campus for everyone, students, faculty, staff, visitors. That is in place. We offer disposable masks if folks come in and don't have a mask, but we also have social distancing in place in all of our spaces in the classroom, out in common areas as well. And we've changed out our air filtration. We have now our water fountains are only through a bottle. You can't just drink from them anymore. And so we've put in a lot of precautions and safety measures in to protect our students, our faculty, and our staff, and our visitors. Right. It's from a place of love. We are looking out for each other.
How's online learning going?
So online learning has been a huge change for us. We were predominantly mostly face-to-face before we had to make the shift in the spring when everything started shutting down. But we have learned, we have improved, and we continue investing in professional development for not just our faculty and our staff, because we're still delivering services in that mode, but also working with students and making sure that they have access to technology, that they have access to networking, to whatever resources they need to be successful. And so we're trying to do that for everyone.
And that is a big focus that you have there, because you have a very diverse student body. Can you talk a little bit more about how you guys help remove those barriers and challenges?
Absolutely. North Hennepin Community College is the 3rd most diverse college in the Mid-State system, right there with St. Paul and Minneapolis College. And so we have a student body that needs some assistance, and we make sure that we provide food for students who have food insecurity, mental health counseling, advisement, and we also provide for students who are homeless. And so we have a lot of challenges, but we are working as hard as we can to make sure that we eliminate all of these obstacles for our students and for our community. We want folks to come to us. We are a source for assistance. We are a resource for them mentally, physically, and really whatever we can do to help, that's what we're doing.
All right, so semester's off to a good start. Glad to have students back, aren't you?
Absolutely. We are super glad to have the students back on the campus. It brings an energy and a vibrancy that you just don't experience when most of us are online, and it's really hard to explain. But when you're there and you're walking around and you're saying hi to the students and just chatting with them on what's important, what's going on, it kind of restores a lot of the reason why you get into this to begin with. It's a calling to serve.
Well, we appreciate you being here today, Dr. Rolando Garcia, President of North Hennepin Community College.
Thank you.
As August draws to a close, the staff at Eidem Homestead in Brooklyn Park are wrapping up their summertime activities. On Tuesday, the farm will host their last stories from the porch.
We have our last evening story time, which is from 7 to 8 p.m. And if it does rain, which it's looking like it might tomorrow, we're doing recordings of all the readings and posting them on our Facebook page.
Story time from the porch happens on the lawn right outside of the main house. You can bring a blanket or a lawn chair and enjoy the children's book, Bear Can't Sleep by Karma Wilson. We'll have links to the historic Eidem Farm Facebook page, where they will also post the reading just in case of rain. You can also watch previous Storytime videos. And you can find up-to-date information on all of the autumn events yet to come out at the farm.